Good morning, I'm meteorologist Jeff Gerber. We're going to be taking a look at the weather for Southeast Texas here over the next 10 minutes. Also take a quick look at what's going on around the rest of the country. But generally looking here in Southeast Texas at the warm weather we've been having, well above normal through most of the work week, and then we'll cool off as we head towards the weekend thanks to a cold front coming through. We'll get back closer to normal with temperatures into the lower 60s for Saturday, Sunday, and then going into Monday as well. So we'll look at that 7-day coming up in just a little bit. Like I said, we'll have about 10 minutes here of this stream, and we'll go through what you can expect as we go through not just the rest of the day, but over the next 7 days. For this afternoon, it's cloudy out there this morning, but we are expecting to see those clouds break up just a little bit as we get into the middle to late part of the afternoon with temperatures in the upper 70s, middle 70s by 6 o'clock, and then middle 60s as we head towards 10 o'clock for tonight. And with more fog developing overnight, we'll see those temperatures hold basically down around the lower 60s for tomorrow morning. Might even see a few upper 50s towards the lakes area heading into your Wednesday morning. But should be dry the rest of this afternoon as high pressure stays overhead. Allergy report looking a lot like yesterday, only tree pollen is up a little bit to 14. Weed is exactly the same as well as mold as yesterday, and grass also at 0, just like yesterday. So not too bad on the allergy report, kind of holding steady there. As we check outside, it's these low-level clouds that were the fog this morning. Now they've lifted up. Now we're just waiting for them to break up and give us a little sunshine for this afternoon. Until we see a lot of sunshine, we'll see temperatures holding up into the upper 60s and lower 70s. Of course, this is the view from the Horseman's Western Store over in Orange, Texas. Our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network currently showing 69 degrees over at the Horseman's Western Store. Humidity is still showing around 100%, and then we're seeing a northwesterly wind at 7. Generally, we've been seeing a southwesterly wind out there between about 5 and 10 miles per hour, and we'll see that through the afternoon. Switch down to Beaumont from Packer-LaPrade as we look at the skyline of Beaumont for late this morning. Couldn't even see the skyline earlier this morning with all the fog out there. We had a dense fog advisory out, and yeah, we couldn't even see those buildings. But now we can see at least the Beaumont skyline there on our Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. Currently showing 70 downtown, humidity at 88%, and there's that southwesterly wind. Fairly light downtown, about say 1 to 3 miles per hour right now, but generally will be anywhere from say 3 to 8 to 5 to 10 miles per hour through the afternoon. And yeah, those clouds are lifting, and like I said, we just got to get to some breaks in that overcast for this afternoon to give us back up into the 70s. Here's the view from our 12 News studio as we look off towards I-10. Looks like it's pretty quiet as we head towards the lunch hour, so maybe getting around to run out and do a little lunch won't be a big deal for this afternoon with as far as traffic is concerned. This camera brought to you by Mid-County Plumbing, and definitely you can just see those low-level clouds all the way across the area right now. I think it'll take probably mid-afternoon before we start to see a few breaks here and there, at least around the triangle here, as those clouds hopefully break up just a little bit. That sun will be working on them through the early part of the afternoon, helping to kind of thin them out just a little bit. But right now we're still looking at low-level clouds. And same deal up in towards the lakes. Looks like they might be thinning out a little bit sooner than us down here in the triangle. This is, of course, the view in Jasper, brought to you by Provalis, part of the Roofing 911 Live Skycam network. And starting to see those clouds, I think, lift a little bit higher up in the Jasper area. So we're hoping those will break out maybe hopefully by early afternoon, or say 1, 2 o'clock. We'll see a little bit of sunshine up in the Jasper area. Already look like they're thinning out a little bit more, like I said, than the triangle here. And looks like a pretty good morning up there in Jasper. See a few cars here and there heading towards the lunch hour there. Looks like it's going to be pretty good with temperatures up there around the lower 70s. And then we'll take you one last stop here down at Port Arthur. This camera brought to you by Market Basket, and you can see the clouds there already starting to thin out, possibly a little bit of sun trying to break through as you head down towards the coast there. So not looking too bad in the Port Arthur area right now. Like I said, temperatures trying to work their way up into the 70s. We're seeing mostly 70s up towards the lakes right now. 72 in Jasper, 70 in Kirbyville, and then 73 in Woodville. Still around 69 Silsbee and Port Arthur. Orange at 68, Beaumont's at 67 with some cloud cover. Still about 68 in DeQuincy, 70 in Lake Charles. They're already starting to see a little bit of sunshine out to our west. So temperatures towards Huntsville 75, Conroe 76, and Houston currently at about 73. The clouds we see here on satellite, these bright white clouds, those are generally so high-level clouds that are moving across the state. So they help thin out the sunshine a little bit, but not as much as the stratus clouds, the mid-level deck there. So these will kind of skirt by, and like I said, we won't even see most of these clouds because we have that low level deck over us right now, but I see maybe a few of those a little bit later on this afternoon. You notice nothing on the radar, not expecting anything on the radar. All the active weather is well north of us across the northern tier of the U.S. We're under high pressure, so even though we're seeing some cloud cover, some fog out there, nothing going on. You can see all the way from Southern California across all the deep south, all the way over into the southeastern U.S. Pretty quiet. All the active weather is moving across the northern tier of the country up and around that ridge of high pressure. You can definitely see some lake effect snows up into parts of the Midwest, some snow falling into sections of Wisconsin. Looks like Michigan getting some lake effect snow around Chicago. They're getting probably a little bit of rain and snow up there, and then same deal as you head over into parts of New York State, Pennsylvania, seeing some mix of precipitation. But these little purple and pink boxes you see popping up and over towards the Pacific Northwest, those are winter weather advisories. So they've got some ice or snow they're dealing with in those parts of the country. And that's mainly, like I said, confined to the northern parts of the U.S. Looks like Wyoming, Montana, Idaho getting some winter weather advisories, while the deep south here, pretty quiet, not a thing showing up on radar at all. Our futurecast takes us from the middle to maybe some upper 70s for this afternoon, back down to the lower 70s as we head towards the early evening, and then we fall back into the 60s. And we're going to stay parked there into the 60s going in through the overnight into tomorrow morning. I think we'll be a little bit cooler than this, maybe temperatures in the upper 50s towards the lakes. I don't think we're going to see any 40s up there, but I definitely could see some upper 50s, and then right around 60 degrees, I think, here in the triangle to start off on Wednesday. And then Wednesday afternoon, I think will be a little bit warmer than we're showing here. As those clouds break up again tomorrow afternoon, I think we'll be a little bit warmer up into the 70s for tomorrow instead of those 60s they're showing here on Futurecast. All right, our coastal marine forecast for today, dense and fog advisory, that's going to go for another few minutes. It goes until noon today. Southwesterly winds at 10 knots, seas about 2 feet along the coast with a light chop on the inland lakes and bays. Currently at Texas Point, seeing a southwesterly wind 11 to 15 with a water temperature about 64. Next high tide, 6:35 for this evening, and then our sunset tonight is at 5:31. We hopefully see a little bit of that. We did not see any of the sunrise this morning, that's for sure. So our forecast for today reads like this: partly cloudy, no rain expected. We'll see southwesterly winds generally about 5 to 10 throughout the area, and we'll see temperatures from some middle to upper 70s across southeast Texas, around 76 to maybe 78. That's if we get a few holes in the clouds. We'll see a little bit of sunshine. If it stays a little bit overcast through the afternoon, these numbers are going to be down probably anywhere between, say, 72 to maybe 75. So we'll drop it a good 3 or 4 degrees if we don't see any sunshine. So we'll wait and see how much those clouds clear out this afternoon. And then for tonight, we're looking at temperatures dropping back down to around 60 here in the triangle, and then possibly a few upper 50s towards the lakes. This morning we didn't see any 50s. The whole area was in the 60s. So depending on how much fog develops towards tomorrow morning, once again, we could see lower 60s throughout the area and not too many 50s. We'll see a light wind overnight out of the south-southwest between about 3 and 8 miles per hour. 7-day forecast showing numbers in the upper 70s all the way through Friday. We see about a 20% chance of a couple of showers on Thursday as the front comes a little closer, and then as it goes through southeast Texas on Friday, we're expecting about a 50% chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Maybe a half an inch in some spots, which would be really good. We need some rain across southeast Texas. We're behind already, and we just got into the year. We're already about an inch behind. And the nice thing with this is, especially if you like the cooler temperatures, you're going to get those as we head towards, it looks like this weekend. We go from 70s back down into the 60s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Temperatures will be into the lower 60s, right around 60, 61, which is just below that average high of about 63 we see this time of year. And we're looking at lows back into the 40s, 47 on Saturday, 40 on Sunday, and then 37 on Monday. So Monday's going to be a cold start for sure. Number at the bottom of your screen is the number you can text us.